Back here inside the Arc on the campus of Valparaiso University in Indiana, alongside Salicata, I'm Lance Meadows. So glad you could join us for Tuesday Night Hoops on the Ivy League Digital Network. Why? Because the Lions are playing postseason basketball for the first time in 46 years in front of Valpa, the Crusaders, out of the Horizon League, 48-45, 6:54 remaining. The Lions have knocked down 7 threes and are shooting 41% on the game. Valpo shooting 37%, 5 of 17 from downtown. They do have an edge at points in the paint, 26-16, the Crusaders, and they have scored 12 second chance points on 12 offensive rebounds. Lions having to go the length of the court with Rosenberg, Lowe, Lyles, Kobe, and Osikowski. Valpo on defense, Carter, Doherty, Peters, Gay, and Adekoya. Lowe crossed the timeline, floats it left wing to Lyles, 26 on the shot clock. Back top to Lowe, tightly guarded by Carter. Right wing to Rosenberg, resets, getting it top of the key to Lowe. Bounce pass left elbow to Kobe, floats it right wing to Lyles. Bounce pass off the right post is Osikowski, top of the key to Rosenberg. Tightly guarded, swings it right wing to Lowe with 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles towards the free throw line, bounce pass right elbow to Kobe. Bounce pass on the right baseline to Osikowski, knocks down the 10-footer. And that pads the Columbia lead, 50-45.
Boy, he is such a good shooter. What a weapon when you have a guy that's that versatile, that big from the offensive side. What a great player, Corey Osikowski.
Osikowski leading the way with 15 points and a whistle, a kickball. So that will result in Valpo inbounding the basketball underneath its own bucket with 25 on the shot clock, 6:08 remaining. Doherty will do the honors. Lobs it off the right wing to Peters. Back in the corner to Doherty. His three, up and in. Ring it up from downtown for Levante Doherty. And they continue to answer with trifectas every time it looks like the Lions pull away.
Oh, Miko
50-48.
Sorry, Lance. Miko Lyles got caught in some traffic right there. Laid off of a screen. Couldn't get there.
If it's not Doherty, it's Peters. You name it. Spreading the wealth, Valpo. 2-point game in favor of Columbia. Rosenberg, low left post, double team. Bounce pass out to Kobe, drives in the lane, out to Osikowski on the right post. Gets an up and under fake to draw the foul, and he will earn a trip to the charity stripe.
Great quick decision right there by Alex Rosenberg to immediately pass out of the double team, and the Lions continue with the ball movement, and now Tree goes to the line.
That is the second on Gay, the team's sixth. Osikowski with 15 points. He can now make it 16. That was his first free throw attempt of the night. Osikowski coming in shooting 62%.
And his last 2 games have been remarkable.
Second attempt up and in as well. 52-48, Lions up by 4. Matched the career high with 19 points in the game against Princeton, which was the season finale. Peters straightaway 3 off the left side of the rim. Rosenberg fell. That's why Peters was wide open. It was rebounded by Lyles. And Valpo could not take advantage. The Lions dodged the bullet there. Up by 4, Columbia basketball. Osikowski top of the key. Tightly guarded by Adekoya. Dribbles out on the right wing. Hands off to Lyles. Lyles dribbles around at Osikowski's screen right to left. Gives it up to Lowe. Back to the bucket, working on the left wing. Dribbles around at Osikowski's screen left to right. Stops at the free throw line. And they're going to get a travel on Lowe. And that will give the ball back to Valpo.
You know, Matt Olo's so quick. Sometimes he's too quick for himself. He almost reminds me of Carmelo Anthony a little bit, and that he's very quick to the hoop, but he always seems to get a travel called against him in weird spots.
So the Lions now looking for a defensive stop, up by 4, 52-48. Doherty trapped in the left corner, and they're going to say he stepped out of play, so one turnover leads to another, and that will give the ball back to Columbia. Frankowski back in. Kobe takes a seat. Kobe provided a nice lift off the bench. Fernandez and Yo back in for Valpo. Gay and Adekoya take a seat for the Crusaders. So let's set the 5. Lions now with Lyles, Lowe, Frankowski, Osikowski, and Rosenberg. Carter, Yo, Doherty, Fernandez, and Peters make up the 5 on D for the Crusaders. 52-48, Lions up by 4. Osikowski off the right elbow, back to the bucket. Now faces up on Fernandez, dribbles to the left elbow, hands off to Lowe. Drives right side of the lane, tried to dump it off to Osikowski. Does so, the bank shot too hard off the glass, and it's rebounded by Peters. Peters lobs it across the timeline to Carter. Carter drives around the screen set by Fernandez. Alley-oop to Fernandez. He slams it home and then some. And a timeout taken by the Lions. Kyle Smith not happy with some defensive breakdowns, though, Sal, I don't know if you could have done much to stop that.
No, there's no way to stop that. I mean, what a terrifically athletic move that was right there. I wish we could see a replay, but clearly we don't have a monitor here. That came out of nowhere. Second alley-oop that we've seen so far from this Crusader team right there, but my goodness, get out of the way when that big man is flying through the air like that, and that's all the Lions could do. You mentioned terrific look, terrific finish.
52-50, a timeout taken by the Lions to talk things over. Columbia is still up by a deuce, 4:19 remaining. Points in the paint, 28 for Valpo compared to just 16 for the Lions. But the Lions have made up for that disparity thanks to 7 threes, including 3 from Osadkowski. He has 3 for 3 from downtown. But he could not stop Fernandez from stuffing it home on the alley-oop. The first alley-oop that Sal was alluding to went to Clay Yo. The problem is Clay Yo is 6'4",
yeah,
and he doesn't have the same ups as Yashil Fernandez.
He didn't throw it down like Fernandez just did. My God, that was fun to watch.
Lions basketball, 4:12 remaining. Lowe spins out on the left wing. Further down on the wing, gets it to Lyles. Tightly guarded by Yo. Top of the key to Osadkowski. Dribbles out on the right wing. Gives up his dribble off the elbow. Hands off to Lowe. 17 on the shot clock. Lowe at the free throw line. Kicks it left corner. Frankowski. Jump pass to Lowe. Corner 3. Short off the left side of the rim. Rebounded by Peters. Outlet to Carter. Valpo out into the open court. Carter down the left side of the lane. Stops. Hands off to Fernandez below the free throw line. Swings it right wing to Doherty. Chased by Lowe. Doherty dances through 2 defenders. Out to Carter. Pump fake. Drives left baseline. Sealed off and will now reset between the circles. 18 on the shot clock. Fernandez down the left side of the lane. Stops. Kicks it out to Doherty. He's their leading scorer with 16 a game. Doherty down the left baseline. Lost the ball. Picks it up. Out to Carter from way downtown. Left wing 3. Ring it up. Keith Carter takes it the distance. And just like that, 53-52, Valpo in front with 3:14 remaining, and the crowd getting into this one.
And that's a tough one because the Lions played good defense. You'll live with that shot every single time. Carter just made a great shot.
And a steal by Yo, intercepted a pass intended for Lyles, and he slams it home in the open court. And just like that, Valpo jumps out in front by 3, and Kyle Smith has seen enough, utilizing a timeout. Has sound momentum swinging in favor of the Crusaders.
Well, as we get when you're playing on the road like this in a big environment here in Valpo, the crowd really into it. It started with the alley-oop, Lance. That got the crowd starting to feel good about themselves. And now, of course, the steal and the dunk right there. Lions needed a timeout. They have to just settle things down. It's a 3-point game, 3 minutes to go. There's plenty of time here. But, yeah, I mean, certainly the crowd into it. And I think the Crusaders are feeding off of that. You can see how pumped up they are at the other end after that stuff.
This is a team that has not shot from downtown very well throughout the course of the game, the Crusaders, Sal, but they seem to always answer with a significant 3, specifically down the stretch.
Carter hitting a huge shot right there. I think the Lions played solid defense on that possession. Again, you'd live with that shot. The alley-oops and the dunks, that's frustrating because you don't want to get up too many, you don't want to let up too many easy baskets. But the long 3 for Carter right there, I mean, look, the kid made a great shot. I mean,
tip your cap.
You tip your cap. That's exactly right. You let him take that every single time, and you hope that he'd miss it more than he would make it. But right there, he made it to give him the lead. And again, the sloppy possession the other end with the steal. So Valpo really on a nice little run right here. Lions need to just settle things down and make sure they find some easy shots here. Try to get back in control of this ball game.
You can't make the mistakes pile up. You look at the turnovers for Columbia throughout the course of this game, 9. That has led to 9 points for the Crusaders. So that's essentially a point per turnover. And you could say the same thing about second chance opportunities, Sal, about a point every offensive board.
And in a 3-point game, a game that's been within, 5 points the whole way, it seems. It's been tied, been 1-point lead. You get a 3-point game right now. Those things are huge. The Lions need to find a way here to come up on the positive side of those plays here down the final 3 minutes.
In the arc here on the campus of Valparaiso University in Indiana, round 1 of the CollegeInsider.com postseason tournament. The Lions led by 7 at one point. They now trail by 3 to the Crusaders out of the Horizon League. 2:58 left. Lions basketball going the length of the court. Lowe, Lyles, Rosenberg, Osadkowski, and Frankowski. Lyles on the right wing gives it down low to Frankowski. Lobs it right post to Osetkowski. Back to the bucket. Dribbles with his left hand. Goes up and under. The hook shot no good. Loose ball tapped around. And Valpo comes down with it. Keith Carter slowing things down as he crosses the timeline. Carter dribbles around the screen set by Fernandez. Gives it up far left corner to Yo. He circles around and resets between the circles. Gives it up right wing to Doherty. Doherty dribbles around a Fernandez screen right to left. Stops left elbow. Cross-court feed right wing to Carter. Top of the key to Yo. Over on the left wing is Peters. He's their deadly shooter. Down the left baseline. The floater too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Lowe. Lowe will take it into the front court. Dribbles top of the key. Swings it to Rosenberg, who's been very quiet tonight. Bounce pass, low left post to Osetkowski. Bullet feed top of the key to Lowe. Bounce pass to Osetkowski, left elbow. Dribbles to the right elbow. Gives up his dribble, hands off to Rosenberg. 17 on the shot clock. Rosenberg down the lane, lobs it in the lane to Osetkowski. Leans in, the hook shot with the left hand around the rim and in. And Columbia pulls within one, 55-54. Corey Osetkowski having quite a night. He has matched his career high with 19 points. Valpo in the half-court set. Doherty right wing. Spins towards the right post, now backs his way up beyond the arc. Dribbles towards the baseline. The fadeaway jumper around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Rosenberg. $1:27 remaining. Valpo up by one. Lowe brings it into the front court. Dribbles between the circles. Swings it left wing to Rosenberg in the corner. Gets it to Lyles, right in front of his own bench. Bounce pass, low left post to Osetkowski. Bullet feed, top of the key to Frankowski. Bounce pass, left elbow to Osetkowski. Hands off to Rosenberg, 16 on the shot clock. Rosenberg back top to Osetkowski. Dribbles out to the right elbow. 11 on the shot clock. Pulls up, 15-footer up and in. A new career high for Corey Osetkowski. He's got 21, and he is single-handedly rallying the troops. 56-55, Columbia up with 54.2 remaining. A timeout taken by Valpo, a full timeout. We'll step aside. Lions back in front. Under a minute to go. This one's going to come down to the wire, and you can listen to it right here on the Ivy League Digital Network.